here with Squirrel Association. So the Squirrel Association is an improvisational comedy troupe based here right in Rochester, Minnesota. And I love that. They've been scatterhoarding for audience since time immemorial. I love that. Our shows are family friendly. They're replete with enough cheeky entendre to be fun for all audiences. So this is a group of only slightly obsessed improv hobbyists that promise to brighten your otherwise dark and dreary day. So it is my great pleasure to introduce Brian Lind and Squirrel Association. Oh, we can't hear you, Brian.
Okay, well, that's a problem.
There we go, now we can.
At all. How are we doing for sound now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
Let's do our cheer again.
Yeah. So thank you to the Foundation for asking us to do this. We are huge supporters of the library. Back in the pre-COVID days, we actually have free improv classes here at the library, should we ever get to that point again. And we have, and just don't know, everybody has had COVID tests and we're all negative, so we're maskless up here. And thank you to our few family and friends who are here, who are risking their lives to hear us spit and so I want to bring, without further ado, I want to bring on the rest of the squirrels. Come on, guys. John, you got Darren, and I'm Brian. Just a brief little bit about improvisation. So you probably even heard this, it's made its way into popular culture, the phrase yes and. So basically when we're doing things, based on your suggestions, we're going to agree with the other person, try to add to it. So for example, Darren. Yeah, Darren, I've got a pizza here.
Love pizza. Broccoli? How did you know?
See, and so Darren agreed with it was a pizza. He didn't say, hey man, that's a hubcap. It did not work that way. So we'll set that aside there. So we are going to listen to each other. We're going to put together some scenes based on your suggestions. So we're going to start tonight with a game called Revolving Door. So what I need, let's see, you want to come up front here? So I need suggestion. Name something you're unlikely to find washed up on a beach. I know you're going to be typing, so we'll wait a little bit.
So if you want to type those in the chat, I will share those with the group.
A dump truck.
Dump truck, okay.
Dump truck.
So Darren,
And corn.
Well, we just need one suggestion.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so when Darren and I are seeing dump truck is going to be involved. Plus one.
So when John and I are on the front, we would like your uncle's uncommon occupation.
Put it in the chat, friends. Your uncle's uncommon
Bootlegger.
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 All right. Plus one.
All right, and when Laurel and I are on stage, we would like just an active activity, something you would do on a Saturday afternoon. Wow.
Flying a kite.
Flying a kite.
Flying a kite. Thank you. Flying a kite.
And I would like the name of a lipstick that you would never want to use.
Frog slime. Black.
We've got frog slime.
Okay. Okay, so to remind you of the suggestion, so when Darren and I are on stage together, something is involved with a dump truck.
And with John and I, it's bootlegger.
And with Laurel and I, we are flying a kite. Thank you.
And Laura and I will start a scene with
Frog slime.
Not enough flies yet.
Juicy flies. You're always licking the flies.
Plus one.
Is this where I go to apply for the job? The
Yes.
sanitation?
It is. This is the sanitation department, and we produce garbage. Now, if you didn't bring enough, we're gonna make some and deliver it to your house. That's why I've got this entire cavalcade of semis lined up to dump furniture on lawns of people that you asked for.
Wow, I gotta rethink this whole thing. This is different than the way we did it in Denver.
Well, we have a list here. You can get smelly garbage, you can get forbidden garbage, you can get sharps. That's really popular on Mayo. You can get recyclables. That's kind of mean.
Plus what?
Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy, sir, they passed it. They passed the 19th, I think, amendment. Liquor's illegal. You're gonna be a millionaire, sir.
All right, now it's gonna work.
All right.
You go get some potatoes. I'm gonna get some whole grains.
Okay.
And let's meet back here in 1 day.
Mom! No, the kite.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I don't think so. Okay, you're doing great. What you need to do, sweetie, that's okay. What you need to do is dig your feet into the sand. Okay. So that you can't see your feet in it. Yeah. Now, gonna need you to dig a little deep, like all the way to your knees.
But Timmy's halfway up, Mom. I don't think this is working very well.
Oh, Timmy! He's always so cute when he's crying. My boy.
I want to be a prince again. This isn't any fun.
If you want to be a prince again, there's one thing I'm going to need from you, and you know what that is.
Oh,
Say it with me together.
all right.
Frog
Frog
All right, here you go. Next one.
Terry, someone's dumped a whole load of recycling. Plus some kind of slime on our lawn.
Oh, isn't it the best? That's what I pay you for. You are such a good dumper. You dump things everywhere, and you get paid for it. It's unbelievable.
I mean, it goes against everything that I believe in. I feel so awful. Like
Well, there's another $10,000.
I feel pretty awful.
Mr. Kennedy, sir, have you thought what you're gonna do with all these millions of dollars that we've made bootlegging?
Well,
Investment in the future is a key thing, sir. I've got some ideas on how you could turn this fortune into a long-standing enterprise, if you know what I mean.
really, an enterprise.
An enterprise.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm all ears.
So if you sign here, we'll put the money into the federal government, and who knows what'll happen.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all legit, right?
It's gonna be.
Plus one.
You know what?
My arm really hurts.
You have a choice right now, Jerry.
Timmy had choices too.
You have a choice to let your little brother go off into the sky forever. Or you could pull him back in and have him rejoin our family. But
Almost broken.
you're always such a complainer.
This is really hot. Can I have a
Oh
sandwich?
gosh.
I'm kind of hungry.
I'm getting hungry. You know, Timmy used to complain a lot too, and when we have,
Yeah, he's not gonna complain much.
he's not gonna complain after this.
Can I have this room?
All right, getting a really small throne doesn't make me any more of a prince. I'm still a frog.
I need you to try something.
Okay. Oh.
Delicious, isn't it?
I feel like moving back to Paisley Park now. Darren, I know the EPA is on our case. I know that all of the different mobs are on our case, and we cannot pay our way out of this. So I'm gonna leave you the business.
Thanks. But at least I know a guy who I can get some hand sanitizer.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian.
Okay.
And
so the
squirrels.
This is called something you don't want to hear things from. So what we need, which is terrible phrasing. So basically what I need, Catherine, if you could get 3 very wildly different professions. And what-
Okay.
And don't tell us yet.
Okay.
Because we're gonna once you tell us what the first profession is, we're gonna tell you things that you would not want them to hear them say.
Awesome.
For example, if somebody said for a doctor, it's like the thing you would not want to hear a doctor say, "Oh yeah, I kind of graduated," or something like that, something funny. So Catherine, can we get it? And then at some point I'll signal for the other 2 suggestions. So what's the first suggestion?
Sounds good. I have got 3.
Okay, we got through. What's the first one?
Librarian.
Librarian, okay. Okay, so things you don't want to hear from a librarian.
Sir, it is 2 hours after close. Please leave.
No, we don't have books anymore.
I believe you were informed that you would be charged 35 cents per day for your late return fee. And if I do my calculations correctly, that's $87,000.
You can be as loud as you want. No balance. Next profession,
All right. Starbucks barista.
Starbucks barista.
I don't believe in washing my hands.
You'll need to go around to the back and the other back or back.
Jim, John, James, I quit.
How am I supposed to know what espresso is?
You're really gonna pay this much for this? You don't have any idea what this costs us to make?
Last profession.
All right. Next one.
Yep, last one.
Exterminator.
Exterminator.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated. I mean, I made it myself, but it's kind of a vaccine.
All right, I've got the hedge clippers. Let's bring the kids in.
Hey, I'm Mark Wahlberg.
I need you to take a deep breath right now. All of you. Big breath in. Let that big breath out. I need you to make peace with the cockroaches.
Okay, so this next game is called Pick a Play, and I'm going to get some help from our people who are actually in our audience live here. So what's going to happen is one of the actors is going to be reading lines just from a play. I've got 3 different playbooks here. I've got The Crucible, I've got The Odd Couple, and 25 10-minute plays for teens. So could somebody in the audience just pick one of the books, please? Just shout it out.
Crucible.
Crucible, okay. So somebody else, I'm gonna flip through the pages. I need, let's see, Mary, why don't you go say, I'm gonna start flipping, say stop, and I'm just gonna stop on the page. Go, all right. Stop. Okay, so, let's see, Darren, are you reading?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of Darren's lines in this scene are gonna come from the lines of the crucible. And go ahead and Laurel, are you in the scene?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like a suggestion to start the scene?
To give me a man's name.
Right, a man's name.
Dwayne.
Adam. Oh, there we go.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Dwayne and Adam, so we'll try to work on it, so go right ahead.
Well, Dwayne Adam, I think you check out. I think you look great. I like what I see. I still do, Dwayne Adam.
I never saw no spirit.
I appreciate your perspective, and I do loner all religions here at this House of Fashion. But what I really need right now is for you to look into that corner, stand still, and stand tall, so I can just start to get you measured and put these fabrics.
I cannot do it.
You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great.
No, sir, it's not a trick. I used to faint because I saw spirits.
I know I've had training in this. Okay. Your views about spirituality and religion are safe in this space. And you're here for a job, Adam Dwayne. And I've got to fit this cape around someone who's exactly your size and your specs. And just let me know if you're a little cold, if you need some water. It's gonna take most of the afternoon.
I heard the other girl screaming. And you seem to believe them, and it were only sport in the beginning.
Yeah.
But sir, then the whole world cry out, spirits, spirits. I promise you, I only thought I saw them. I didn't see them.
It's true. There was some screaming. I didn't believe him at first, but now I do. It gets weird sometimes with fabric and fashion, and it just does.
Lord, save me.
I'm sure the Lord will save you. This is looking really, really nice. I mean, take a look at yourself here. You look dynamite. You look absolutely dynamite, Dwayne Adam. I think I'm gonna find a pair of shoes now. Remind me of your size.
Behind the rafter.
Thank you. Perfect. All right, behind that rafter down here.
Abby, I'm here.
I love it that you're really committing to this modeling job.
Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna play a game now called freeze tag. So the troopers are gonna be on stage, and at one point, somebody from either side of the stage is gonna yell freeze. When they do that, John and I are gonna freeze in whatever position we're in. They're gonna tap out one of us, take that position that we were in, the exact position, and start a different scene, but they have to integrate whatever pose we're in into that new scene. So I want to get a suggestion for John and I. What is, let's see, what is something that you would not like to get for Valentine's Day, a gift that you would not want to get for Valentine's Day? And let's talk to people online.
Plunger. A plunger.
Okay, so we're gonna go plunger. Go right to the top for intelligence. We're gonna go plunging. Okay.
Boy, your technique's all wrong. How many times do we have to go over this?
Oh.
It's both hands grip, and then in, back, in, back, in, back, in.
Okay, all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna go bowling right after this.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, whatever it is we're doing.
We're gonna sweep the floor
Oh, okay.
because, it's gotta be really polished smooth.
Yeah.
Otherwise the bowling ball gets a little sticky.
I wish we hadn't gotten that job. This looks so much better in that movie with the Lion King.
Freeze. Okay, we've almost got the elephant on the top shelf. I think we can push a bit more.
And then I think if we bring just our outside arms down, we have the letter A.
I like this, spelling our feelings to each other.
Freeze! We won't let the YMCA close. Oh, no, freeze.
I know that Siamese twins aren't supposed to go to the discotheque, but I think we are got it down.
I just want to state for the record that I object to this choice in 2022.
It's very aggressive, isn't it? I will take back the suggestion, and if we cause it, hokey pokey.
Breathe.
Oh, sorry, my knee went out.
Breathe.
The claw anymore.
Everybody's afraid of the claw. What are you talking about? This is the claw.
I know it's fake.
Oh.
Sorry.
Josie, the claw, we put all the money in the claw. I mortgaged the house to get the claw.
I'm sorry.
How am I gonna,
Oh,
how are we gonna entertain the people on the Zoom without a claw?
there's pressure on it.
Freeze. Nurse Ratchet, you sure about this blood pressure technique? This seems a little, I can't feel my hand.
Let's work.
There's no color here.
This is the technique for optimum humiliation.
That's it. Okay, so those of you online, which is most of you, these are the suggestions that you wrote out. They've been printed out. We have not seen them. The answer to the question, what is the best or the worst advice that you've ever gotten from a book? So I'm just going to scatter these on the stage, and we're going to do some scenes, and randomly you're going to pick up one of these, say it out loud, and integrate it into the scene. So who wants to start? All right, Darren and I will start. Let's just get a suggestion. We'll all be in the scene at various times. So what suggestion would you like, Darren?
Could I have a public place?
Okay, public place. We'll do the delay thing. We're
Public place?
public place. Apparently there are no public places.
No.
A grocery store.
Grocery
Store.
Start your grocery store. Okay.
Excuse me, do you know where they have the green beans, the canned green beans?
I got the last of them here. I got the very last. There's the last two cans.
You have 2 cans.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm super hungry.
My mother only eats green beans.
Oh, well, no. Don't you turn your wheels in an intersection when making a left turn. That's getting a cart going the right direction, because if you take it the wrong way, it's a catastrophe.
Attention, Hy-Vee shoppers. Everyone has a purpose.
Yes.
I don't know, I think the pandemic.
Billy, did you get my green beans? You know, they're all I can eat. Ever since I went to that
You see that
discount dentist,
person over here.
that discount dentist said the moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it. Which maybe I should have paid him more. I don't know. We gotta get those green beans.
No,
Over this gentleman over here, you see the cans that he's got?
I don't have any cans of green beans at all.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It just appeared.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, it's a miracle.
Attention, Hy-Vee shoppers. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Oh, green beans, Billy, what are you doing?
You know what? I hate green beans.
Why would he do that? I don't.
Maybe I can give you this, and let me just tell you, as I'm giving you this, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Because those, right, I think those green beans are part magician rabbit.
I just wanted non-salted, but
Will it do?
it will do. And we'll get straight home, and when you can't find someone to follow, you have to find a way to lead by example. Right?
That sounds like a cooking show.
I'm gonna keep this can of green beans though, because I know it's worth on the market.
Be aware of being aware.
Wow. I was not aware of that.
Attention, Hy-Vee shoppers. A good story can be a beautiful cup, but it must have a handle.
Oh, good.
Man, the library is a font of wisdom.
I think we should go home. We should take these green beans. We should open them up. We should put them in a pot, and then we should. It is a curious thought, but it is only when you see people looking ridiculous that you realize just how much you love them. So. Just the way.
Exactly, we wrote that so tight. Okay, there are a couple suggestions on here. We may or may not integrate those into scenes in the future, but they're up there. So Catherine, this is the game we need your help with. This is a game called Conjunction Junction. So Catherine has a list of different conjunctions and, but, or, and so many more, therefore, whatnot. And she is going to interject with conjunctions at different points in the scene, and the actors will have to integrate them into that particular scene. For example, if I said, I'm going to the store to buy me some green beans, therefore, I will make enemies of everybody in Hy-Vee. So, and she will put those in there and we'll have to make sense of them. So, John and Laura, we're going to come out here. What would you like to get started?
How about just a relationship between two people?
A relationship between two people. What do we think, people online? A relationship between two people. How about dentist patient?
All right.
Oh, hey, sorry. Tammy, yeah. Tammy, right, okay.
Tammy's right.
Okay, all right, very good. How are you feeling today, Tammy? Been flossing?
Every day,
Which days?
the only days that I remember.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna need to start cleaning in there, so, yes,
Question,
yes.
when you say cleaning, is that the part where I taste bubble gum
Yeah,
But
plus mint?
yes, mint and bubblegum, of course, kind of a red tinchy mint bubblegum. So we're gonna need just this scraper.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So-
Yet,
Huh?
Could you repeat that?
yet,
Yes.
Yet somehow I don't think this is enough. Rachel.
Yeah.
This is a serious case. This woman clearly hasn't flossed in nigh on 20 years. So as if she was a dirty liar who comes into my office. My father worked very hard to get me this office, and I've worked very hard to not lose it. And she comes in. Huh? Or maybe maybe we'll just go back to Cancun. What do you say? Go see if Ted Cruz is still down there. All right.
I would like to file a complaint.
Go get the
You
complaint
would like
drawer.
to find a complaint?
Fine, go get the complaint drawer.
I would like to file a complaint because I don't appreciate the way you're talking about me in front of me, doctor,
because
because that's rude.
Well, do you want us to just talk about you behind your back only?
Absolutely.
Rachel, go get the complaint box.
I'm gonna get the box, the complaint box.
You get the complaint box, Rachel.
Look, I worked very hard. I went to college for 4 years. I went to dental school for 4 years.
although
Although I didn't really go. Kind of like one of those online things, but before online was really a thing, but it was kind of like that. I paid a guy to sit there for it for me.
just as
Kind of like how I don't really floss.
Yes, exactly like you don't really floss, which is
Here, take this. It's the box.
whether
box, and time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time.
Okay. So this is a game called Party Quirks, and we're gonna do it a little bit differently. So what I don't want, so these three are going to be different celebrity or famous guests, and I'm not gonna know who they are. So what I need to have you guys do, so don't say anything out loud. I can't see the screen there. So for Darren, a historical person that he could be. Darren, why don't you go over and take a look, so you can, and go ahead and pick one from there.
So I'll need you to put it in
Yeah,
chat.
so historical, let us know when you have one, okay? All right, and John is going to be a musician, no, I don't know, just a celebrity, a modern day celebrity that John.
So in the chat, a modern day celebrity.
Okay, John got that, okay, and for Laurel, Laurel, would you like to be? What kind of a suggestion?
A supernatural being?
Okay, Laurel is gonna be some kind of a supernatural being, so put less supernatural beings in there. Okay, so we've got 3 people, so online, well, actually, online, you probably don't know which one they pick, so it'll be a surprise for everyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the party, and these guys are gonna come in and join the party. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get this party started. Oh, this is great.
Ding and dong.
Oh, yes. Come on in. Come on in so people can see you. Wow, huge. Wow, I was not expecting.
This place is good.
Okay, I'll take good. It's fine.
It'll do.
And I get you a chip with dip. Okay, we'll do that another, all right. Very good. Oh my, okay, well, that's okay, that's okay. We've got other guests here coming in. Oh, hello, welcome. Oh, wow. I need, wow. I mean, it's just like, if I was looking for smokes, that would be the place. Okay, all right. Come on in.
What are you cooking?
I got, oh, man. Man, it's, I've got, wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah, it's easier when the sleeves stay up.
All right, well, go ahead, there's some wine over there.
No wine,
Okay,
no carbs,
okay. no
meat
problem.
only,
Okay, all right, there's some,
and water.
there's some jerky juice over there, you'll like it.
Does it have carbs?
It is, it's all carbs. All right. Yes, come on in. Welcome to the party.
I hold this party to be self-evident.
Oh, no. It's, well, of course it is. Everything's here. We got people here. It's a party. There's no, we got somehow.
Sorry, in 5 minutes, I did anything I had to.
Oh, my God. No. I have some yard work maybe that you could do.
Was there some garlic in that hummus?
Yeah, there was a lot of garlic. Hummus. Oh, no. Oh, no. We need to look for some garlic this hummus.
This party is a perfect example of a democratic fist stump
Oh,
shining forth upon the nation.
oh, well, thanks, Tommy. That
We're
was,
getting this down.
yeah.
Excuse me, make way, make way.
Oh, no. Okay, what you got?
Look, it's time you knew.
Uh-huh.
The village of Montague, it's all you need.
Really? That's like a lease. I should get like a timeshare there.
Yes.
Hold these Bloody Marys. Thank you.
Oh no, oh no. I think I need to get a cross out really quick here because this is a vampire in my house.
Sir, be gone! Be gone! Sir, that implement is unwelcome in the public square.
Mr. Jefferson, I think because you took all of the mystic stuff out of the Bible, I think you ought to leave now too.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay, good.
wow.
Can you smell what's cooking?
Oh, you know, I think I'm really sorry that you didn't get the part in Fast and Furious 10 because of your feud with Vin Diesel.
I'm much more handsome than you.
I agree.
I'm so much more swole.
Okay. So I need one of the person up here in the scene here. So we're gonna do something. This is kind of our last big thing here. We're gonna start, and Darren's gonna be behind me or beside me. So Darren and I are gonna start a scene of some kind, and then John and Laurel are going to clap in, and they're going to announce something different about the scene. It might be 20 years from now, or it might be in the basement in the same place. There's gonna be some kind of a jump that is connected somehow to our scene. So we're gonna keep doing that, and we're gonna see what comes up. Yes. So for a suggestion for this, I would like a room in a house.
A room in the house.
A room in a house.
Anybody have any ideas? Put it in the chat. Laundry room.
We have a basement.
Basement, okay. Basement, okay. So they're in the basement. Louis, this was a poor choice for the bodies. This is, it's gonna,
What?
yeah.
Well, the upstairs is full of fine furniture.
I know, but this smell is just terrible. They're gonna find this out.
Whoa.
I mean,
Whoa, come on. We could get some cat litter. And we can get some
I got a little cat,
baking
I got a
soda.
little cat litter here.
1 year ago. Look, my mom died, but I don't have a lot of money. Can you help me out with the arrangements?
You know, we have a really, really small funeral home. We've been super busy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit her inside. How is she tall, short, stout?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a mortgage to pay, and this is really not going. So if you fit in a really small place, I think I can make that work.
She would. She always used to say to me, "It is only with the heart that one can see brightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye."
Oh my God. I just can't see.
Sorry. So. I really consider myself more petite than stout.
Mom, I don't know why you have these conversations with a 5-year-old. It's kind of inappropriate.
Would you say this is slender or would you say this is shapely?
I would just like a juice box.
Listen. All these people calling you short and stout.
Look, Mom, have you made long-term financial planning decisions about your future? Because Mrs. Y was saying it's very important for us to plan for the eventual death that will come to us all. We need to embrace our decisions and our choices in the future and not get caught up in the conundrum of our rather plan for the future. It's just like if someone has wronged you, you hit them with a plank of lumber or a cast iron frying pan.
Is Mrs. M tall or short?
Yeah.
That's at our wedding. Okay, well, you look really skinny now. You got the bun in the oven. And I think this is really a good time for us to say I do. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. Come on, dear. You ready to say I do?
What I really need you to say is something other than short and stout.
Got my little teapot. What else is there? All right. I can't,
Back in the basement. I don't know, I think she's more long than stout.
No, we do have like a hammer. We can just, see, that really makes a difference.
Yeah, I suppose.
But the bodies are spongy, they're really a lot more easy to manipulate.
Jeez.
Well,
Well, yeah, that's a solution, but it doesn't do much about the smell that you
It
talked
doesn't.
about.
doesn't the cat litter and the baking soda didn't really do much.
Yeah.
We should probably
Slimming, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it definitely is slimming. I think maybe what we should do is we should try your plan of upstairs. There's a small dumbwaiter right over here. I think we can fit her into it.
100 years ago.
Look, honey, as your father, I need you to understand everything is important about your self-image. That's all that matters. You must be skinny and nothing else matters. Don't be smart, be skinny. Don't be smart, be skinny. And it is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not.
That's what I've always said. It's not catching on.
It's not, it's not.
Inside the mind of a middle-aged white man. No, we don't need to change anything. It all seems to be working out just fine. The body image is in place. I think that it's working really well for us. I don't think any changes are necessary. That's right. Stout is good.
See.
All right. All right, so I want to thank you again for coming virtually or in person. I'm trying to bring up everybody here. So we got John.
Squirrel.
Thank you to all the sponsors that sponsored. Do we have time? If you guys have any questions, we're happy to take a couple of questions.
Yeah, if you'd like to throw some questions in the chat. I'm really interested. How did you all get interested in improv?
Could we like a suggestion?
No. The question was a suggestion.
If you could come closer to the edge of the stage, we can hear you a little bit better.
Many years ago, we started going to shows back in my hometown, and it looked like a lot of fun. So I started taking workshops, and 30 years later, here we are.
Yes. And believe it or not, Mayo has a medical improv thing that meets once a month. And that's where the three of us kind of got connected as far as improv goes.
They do surgeries, just impromptu.
Yeah.
Right? That's a suggestion.
I tried out for improv like 30 years ago and I thought, oh, this will be easy, and I bombed. And I realized, so I left it for like 30 years until I returned to it and realized, oh, I actually need to like learn it. And there are skills here. And so I just decided I would get better at it. And I guess we got kind of better at it.
Are there any questions in the chat?
Yeah. So what was your most uncomfortable scene as an improv actor?
One time we did this thing at a llama farm with, and they thought it would be fun if they let some goats in the middle of the show. And there were a lot of kids there and it was going pretty well, but all of a sudden, these goats stormed into the room and all the kids jumped up and knocked their chairs over and ran. And then everything was just pandemonium. There was a popcorn machine towards the back and everybody sort of crowded and rushed at the popcorn machine. It was supply.
Sometimes the suggestions we get are really difficult. We try to integrate any suggestion that we get. And I'm not going to go into what happened after this, but we got some suggestions that were maybe not the happiest material. So those are the toughest ones to work with.
I bet. We've got another question. Do you do any rehearsals?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Yep.
It's interesting how much you have to rehearse to do improv. So we obviously don't practice the actual content or any scripts have anything planned out ahead of time, but there are games and scenes like you saw us do tonight that where we understand the basic structure, so we're all on the same page with how this scene or how this game is going to go. So we practice structures.
Right. So you do have to practice even though it's improv.
Yeah,
And
that
then
makes a lot.
listen to each other and to be always positive.
How has improv helped you in other areas of your life?
Well, I think actually it very much helps. Sometimes I'm a librarian here, so many of you may know that, maybe the rest of you do now. When you're dealing with difficult people, sometimes it's hard to say yes and, but that is really helpful. That's a helpful skill to have when you're dealing with somebody who's difficult. Not that we have any difficult people that ever come to the library. I don't want to put that on face, but so it does help to listen and add to it. You aren't necessarily agreeing, but it's quite a good skill to have, I think. Anybody else?
I just think it's applicable in any professional setting, just the ability to know that you're going to have something when you get up there. So like in a lot of professional situations, I have to just kind of wing it. And it's nice knowing that I'm comfortable winging it, but then also it's really helpful to be able to be in a room with a group of people and know that you're all going to get to where you need to go eventually, even though we're not doing comedy in a professional situation, but just knowing that as a group, we're going to go from point A to point B, and I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're going to get there in a good place. So it's, when we start doing workshops, you should take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About improv is that the most successful I can be as an improv player is to set my partners, to set my fellow actors up for success. And that's really applicable in a professional environment. Sometimes I ask myself the question, what can I do here? What can I contribute here to set my coworkers, to set my colleagues up for success so that others shine? And that's really, really rewarding.
Yeah, a couple of comments from the audience, what a positive message that is, that you all just talked about how improv, you do it. I mean, improv impacts so many elements of your life. Somebody also said you must have to keep up a lot with current events to take suggestions from the audience. Yeah. And then we did have another question. Well, how did you come up with your name?
Oh, it was the great compromise. One of us, I'm not going to point any fingers, thought that the free association would be a good name for the group. And somebody else thought the name
The Squirrel
would be a good group. So we improvised, so we put them together and made Squirrel Association.
We'll talk about the application of yes and.
Laurel loves to name things. And any opportunity to name something, we immediately get out the pad of paper, we start listing. And sometimes it could be something that we don't even care about. We'll get a.
It gets a name.
And there's a question about the yes and. I mean, like when we were doing some scenes up here, when one person brought up some sort of a premise, the other person, hopefully, most of the time at least, bought into it. So we could kind of build on that to make crazier scenes. Like when Darren and I were out and we just had a dump truck as an example. I said some crazy things and Darren just bought into them. And I think that's That's kind of the yes and to it. And then he added something to it. That's the fun of this actually, because you don't know what you're going to say from time to time. And you could get on stage with somebody and you have kind of something in mind. This thing is going to be a baseball. And then the other person names it and says that it's the biggest diamond in the world. So all of a sudden now it's the biggest diamond in the world and you get to do something with that. So you do have to be quick enough to think, okay, I gotta let go of that idea. I think letting go of ideas is actually something else. That is a skill and it's also kind of fun. But sometimes it will throw you. So that's something that we certainly practice.
Yeah. Do you each have a favorite improv game?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
your favorite improv?
My favorite thing is 5 Things, which is basically charades on steroids with a time limit. And we didn't play it tonight.
It's a little bit tougher to do online.
Yeah.
I love the first game we did, the one, the revolving door that has the 4 mini scenes that kind of go around and each build to a conclusion. I always enjoyed that.
I love conjunction, where you come up with suggestions and you try to convergence. It's called, and you bring you try to come to the same word, and it's a wonderful sort of spot.
I really love Pick a Play that we play tonight because I love the contrast between person who is in one reality reading from a play and the other person who's in a totally separate reality who has to understand and justify these strange things that their partner is saying and bringing in. So I love that's we call that in improv justification. And I love the challenge of justifying. It's really fun.
That's
One
awesome.
more question.
Yep, one more question. Have you ever been totally blank of what to say next?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Many times.
Like 5 times tonight.
But that's where the and comes in, though, because if you're with other people, they can kind of sense that sometimes and help fill it in for you. So that's where it's great to be part of a team that even when you're blank, somebody else will have something. So we really look forward to that. So again, I just want to thank everybody again. I want to thank you for having us. I also want to thank everybody who supported. Thank you, everybody, for coming to Wisdom and Wine, which I always get mixed up. It's Wit, Wine, and Wisdom. What is it, Kim?
Wisdom and Wine.
Okay. And thank you for participating in this. We really do hope once COVID is mostly in the rearview mirror and it's safe to do so, to resume our weekly free improv classes at the library. But at this point, that's probably going to be some time for now. So thank you all very much for attending and stay tuned for Kim Edson. We'll be on here talking about the future of the library in just a little bit.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. And if they want to check you out, you guys have a website too. So check them out on their website. And yes, please invite you to stay here. And please, we are going to learn about some great things that the library has coming up in 2022. And I know that's one of the reasons why we do Wit, Wisdom, and Wine, isn't it, Brenda? Oh, you're muted right now. There you go.
Yeah, I'm muted. So yeah, we do. I was trying to unmute, so I didn't hear what you said. So that was a lovely softball toss to me, and maybe I need to go to an improv session. I'm just gonna show a quick video from one of our sponsors, Circe Dynex, and I think you'll like it. It gives you a lot of kind of facts about what libraries do for our communities. So I'm gonna launch that quickly. admit somebody and so thank you for supporting our library. We really appreciate it, and we get to do so much for our community. And thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Brenda, before we turn things over to Kim, I'm going to quickly stop the earlier recording of our Squirrel Association.